Today I'll be reviewing episode 2 of a new anime in the summer season called Banana Fish. Yes, I already watched episode 1 and I was gonna do a review on it, but I was too late, so I just didn't do it at all. Just like another anime called Angels of Death, I watched only the first episode and there are about episodes 2 and 3 out, but I still didn't review the third episode. I'll try to. I wouldn't feel the need to review episode 2 and 1 due to how late I am, though. So since I'm just this late, I just didn't review them at all, and I'm gonna review episode 3 instead. So that's basically what I'm doing with this. Since I was late with reviewing episode 1, I didn't do it at all, and I was late with Angels of Death with 2 and 1, so I just didn't do that either. But I don't know, I would already be 3 weeks late on that, but I'm a week late. No, not a week late with this. You know what I'm trying to say. Unfortunately, I'm not. I know they say that it's better late than never, but I don't know. I just didn't do it at all. So episode 2 of Banana Fish. Oh boy, where do I start? And how do I try to be professional with this episode? Okay, I'll try my best. This episode begins with the police being sent out to find AG because of how they were kidnapped in the last episode, him and Skipper. But right now, Ash is walking in some dark area with destroyed buildings, and everything's destroyed there. The windows are bashed out. There's a lot of rubble on the floor. Arthur is kind of hiding and eavesdropping on him, but Ash knows he is, so he calls him out. But you could tell I'm reading off something of a script that I wrote. Obviously, I wouldn't plagiarize. That's illegal. I write scripts so I don't forget what I have to say. I basically just took notes throughout this episode. That's to do with anime episodes and not cartoon episodes. Because basically like Steven Universe. Steven Universe is 11 minutes, and like usually when I watch it, I usually remember everything I watched. But sometimes, like just barely, I would have to watch the episode again to remember everything. But that's not like I don't do that often. I usually remember everything when I watch it one time, and then after that I just do a review on it. But this episode, I had to take notes and everything that happened while I was watching. So I basically had to read subtitles and write at the same time. I multitask like that. I'm just a goat. Next time, I'm just kidding. But Arthur explains to Ash that it's a trap and he has been lured in, basically. Something that kind of looks like a garage door is lifted up, and we see both Skipper and IG. How you say his name? IG, or is it EG? I don't know, but they're tied up by their hands with 4 other guys in the presence. They tell Ash to drop the gun he is hiding, or they will kill IG if he doesn't. And they hold a gun up to IG's head, and they're ready to pull the trigger with this index finger. So Ash has no choice but to drop his weapon and head it away. Arthur wants revenge for what happened to his finger when Ash blew them off. Yeah, it was mentioned in the last episode that when you touch Ash's gun, you get shot. And they explained that that's what happened to Arthur. While Arthur is telling Ash that he wants revenge, he hits him in the face. Ash is now in this kidnapped situation. His arms are now tied behind his back, and they are beating him and basically calling him ungrateful because how he turned on Dino, even spitting in his face, even also saying suggestive things, and how do I say? He says it while taking his belt off, but no, he doesn't do anything. He just whips him in the face with his belt. Ouch. They throw him in the room with the other 2. And then after that happens, basically, Arthur got betrayed. Wow. They're gangsters. What else do I expect? Turned out that the guy that was working for Dino and was in charge of Ash, he is gay and he likes him. After he walks in the room he basically, how do I explain this? He basically was going to REPE Ash, and Ash led him on and then started to beat him up as soon as he got an opening when he let his guard down. They try to escape the place, and of course they're chased down by the other members. They meet a dead end. IG breaks off a pole, and I thought he grew a pair and were going to fight, but nah. Turns out he's just a pole vaulter and is using the pole to jump over the wall or vault over the wall, if that makes any sense. He ends up jumping the wall. The pole was sturdy enough, and he escapes with minor injuries. Well, I wouldn't really say minor because what happens after. But Ash and Skipper are left behind and are getting abused. Ash's friend, you know, the guy with the purple hair, well, the one with the purple mohawk, ends up finding the location of them by basically, I guess you could say, interrogating someone. He held a knife to their neck and used their phone. I forgot his name, so I called him Ash's friend. While AG is on the run, the first phone he sees, he tries to use it and save Ash and Skipper by contacting the police and telling about where they are and stuff. But he passes out before he can do it. He's then sent to the hospital, as he does ends up contacting the police because they do end up coming to Ash's and Skipper's rescue. But while that happens, Ash is almost shot, but Skipper jumps in the way and takes 2 bullets to the chest, I think. Was it one in the chest and one in the torso? But he ends up taking 2 bullets and he falls to the floor and then he dies. To be honest, that kind of did sadden me, even though this is just episode 2 and I hardly even know who who this character is, and there wasn't not that much. There wasn't hardly any character development, which is why I'm happy this is episode 2. And he's dying because if he died future, I probably would have been attached to all the characters and it would have just been a mess. I'm not saying I'm happy he's dead, but I'd rather someone die. If that makes any... No. Okay, I'll stop. After Skipper dies, Ash rages and hijacks the car. And he chases the guy down. He walks into some sort of house or whatever. Or it's an apartment building. But he walks into it and basically he opens the door crack. That didn't sound right. But he opens the door and he sees that the guy is dead. I don't even know how he's dead, but he is framed. And basically this was a setup, and now Ash is going to jail for something that he didn't do. It was all set up by Dino, or Dino. D-I-N-O, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Dino. It's most likely Dino. He is sent to the police station, and they open an envelope, and in the envelope is magazines and child pornography. And there was a CD in there. At this point, I guess what it was, because we already know that Dino, R.I.P.E.D., Ash when he was younger and stuff. But they played a CD, and what was on the screen was Ash and Dino. Ash was getting raped. It was when Ash was 10 or 11 or older. And that was... I'm not even gonna comment on that. And to be honest, everybody in that room except for Ash just needs to die. That's one of the worst things to do to someone. Ash is then sent to the hospital. News is heard that he's trying to take out a mafia by himself. And everybody knows that he's going to not prevail. And even he knows that he won't prevail. So they sent AG to talk him out of it because he'll more listen to him. And when AG went in there, he basically was having a nice conversation and talking with him. But AG couldn't bring himself to change his mind. Ash is then sent to prison, and what makes it even worse, what makes the situation even worse, is that the prison is full of Gonzalez men. And as soon as he gets there, they're just all going crazy about him and looking at him, and everyone's just talking about him. And I could tell that he's in the worst experience of his life. Because it's basically of how much ever people are in the prison against one person, and wow, there's gonna be hell. And they all want a piece of Ash too. Okay, I'll leave now. But anyways, this episode is over. Like if you like, subscribe if you're new, enjoy my content and want more, and that'll be all.